How's it going, everyone? Sean here from Raw Technique Studios. I recently did a post on Instagram showing a VU meter and how I use it for gain staging, and I got a couple people asking if I can make a video about it, so I'm putting it together and posting it up here on YouTube, which is going to be the full length on how I would go about using a VU meter to do my gain staging. So this is a instrumental. It's a beat that I wrote way back in like 2013. And I'm bringing in the raw files, so nothing's mixed. And I'm going to show you how I would gain stage it to even start the mix. All I'm going to do is just create a mix bus right now, so a stereo aux track, and I'm going to make it named mix bus, and then I like to make it red. So what I need to do is create an input here. So the bus for the input, I'll just put bus 3 and 4. I'm going to rename that and make it mix bus. Now I'm going to take all of these audio files and send them into that mix bus. So I'm holding Shift and Option, and then I'm going to click all of these and put it onto mix bus. So all of the outputs are now driving into this single aux track. So now what I could do is put a VU meter right here. So all of the audio is feeding through this VU meter. I'm going to be using the Klanghelm VU meter here. So I'm not changing anything with the VU meter. I'm just leaving the calibration at -18. So let's go ahead and use this to average around 0 for the overall beat. So I'm just going to go ahead and press play. So you can see just the main synth sound is averaging around 0 already. But once everything else gets put in there, it's going to go above that. Alright, so you can see I'm hitting all the way on the VU meter. So I'm going to start bringing stuff down so I have a little bit more headroom to work with. So I'll solo out the 808 and start here. Now, VU meters, remember that when a VU meter is hit, it takes about 300 milliseconds to respond. So it's not like a peak meter where right when it hits, it shows you the top peak. VU is more like RMS, where it's an average level. So it takes a little bit to respond, and it's going to give you the average level. And 808 is something that extends. It's not just like a kick drum or a snare drum where it's like a big quick hit. So it's going to have that initial hit, and then it's going to be a bigger sound. So an 808 or a bass is a great spot to start. And what I'm going to do is take my clip gain down. Alright, so I'm averaging about 0 right there. Alright, so now that the 808 is tamed, I'm going to go on to the next one, which is going to be the next loudest thing in the track, is the synth. Alright, so now that it's blended with that 808, it's going over again. So I'm going to bring this synth down to match the 808. So right around there is good. And now that I have those two things averaged out, what I'm going to start doing is just bringing everything in and then leveling them so they match the 808 and the synth, and also make sure I'm not going over by adding extra volume to everything. So I want to make sure I'm staying around 0 overall. Okay, so I went through each one, clip gained everything down to match, and now I'm averaging about 0 on the VU meter at the louder points there in the song, which gives me plenty of headroom to work with. Alright, so now let's look at our overall volume. What are we coming in at? Alright, so the louder points, minus 8.6, that gives us 8.6 decibels to work with at the peak, and we're averaging 0 on the VU meter, which gives us that headroom. If I were to have left it exactly as is, then we are all the way up with 0 headroom to work with, and then we'd have to make adjustments as we mix. Alright, so that's how I use a VU meter for gain staging. I simply try to average 0 on the louder parts for like the 808s and the synths and everything else is going on. If you have a song that you're doing with vocals in it as well, throw them in there as well. It's fine if certain parts that don't have all the energy of the song going on are just way down here, like -10 or something. That doesn't mean you have to turn those up to 0. You just want the overall loud parts, when all of the parts in the song are going, to be around 0, so you have plenty of headroom to work with while you're mixing. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that helps you with your gain staging as well. If you guys are interested, I have some brand new merch available. If you want, click on that link down below and you can check it out. I have 3 new t-shirt designs that I think you guys are going to love. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there on my website and see you sporting my new t-shirts. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Peace.